Okay, friends, today I'm talking about social anxiety. And by the way, anyone that has it, if you have social anxiety, I just want to give you like a huge hug, virtual hug, heading your way because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be about to be in a situation with people and feel like I'm going to have a heart attack or have those racing thoughts that condemn you and make you feel like you're you have no control. You don't have any power. I also know what it's like to be in social situations, and because of social anxiety, you act in ways that are not you. And then you beat yourself after for acting in those ways. Trust me, I know because that's what I used to do. So for that reason, I wanted to give you a tip that was so powerful for me when I was overcoming social anxiety. When we have social anxiety, the anxiety is in your body. Okay. It's in your body. It's in the sensations that come up in your body. It's in the critical thinking. They kind of feed off of each other, right? You feel the sensations. So then your thoughts are like, well, my body isn't feeling good. Why? Oh, because this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And I know that this is who you are. And then you're going to do that and people are going to judge you. And then that makes your emotions in your body worse and they wind up feeding off of each other. But the thing is, because the sensations are in your body, even though your thoughts can make them worse, it's very hard for your thoughts to make them better. And I know that this might go against a lot of what people are told when it comes to social anxiety. A lot of people are told, just be positive, just say this to yourself, just say that to yourself. And that could work. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, our thoughts affect how we feel. But if you have trauma, if you've undergone a lot of trauma, then those words are very much like me standing in front of a train on the tracks and telling the train or putting my hand up like that and telling the train to stop. It's not going to happen. And I better jump off those tracks. Well, that's what it's like when we're trying to use our words to calm the anxiety in our body, at least in the beginning. Okay. So I wanted to give you a small tip that you can actually start practicing today. And it really has to do with finding a sense or a piece of your body where there is safety or that feels safe. Okay. So for example, when we are anxious, we tend to focus on the anxiety. But what we focus on grows. So every time we're anxious, we maybe the heart starts beating, maybe your hands get clammy. I remember at one time in my life, I had rubber legs where I remember walking and thinking, all right, I'm about to plop down like a pancake because my body's not going to be able to hold me up. Like I literally felt like that was going to happen. It was awful. And the more I focused on how weird my legs felt, the more the anxiety kept growing. Okay, so we use that thought process in reverse. So that being said, I invite you to take a minute and scan your body right now. And if you were to think, where in my body do I have tension? Find it for a moment. You have that tension. Don't try to change it, just notice it. And if you were to ask yourself, when I'm anxious, when I have anxiety, where in my body do I feel it? Just allow whatever comes up to come up. And now, if you were to scan your body and find a place in your body that feels safe, starting at the top of your head, running down your arms, all the way down to the tips of your toes, where in your body do you have a sense of safety? Pause this video and find a place in your body. Okay, hopefully you did that. So in my case, and everyone is going to be different, but in my case, when I scan my body, I feel a strong sense of safety in my feet, in the bottom of my feet. Now, I've done a lot of grounding in my life, so I'm guessing that probably has a little bit to do with it. But in the Thriver School of Transformation, when I've asked people this, a lot of people will tell me that they feel it in their hands, some safety in their hands, or some people feel it in their chest area, but everyone is different. So in my case, one thing that really helped me with social anxiety, once I found this safe place in my body, was I would focus on it all the time. So when I thought about being around people, right? Just the thought of being around people, I would feel that anxiety come up in my body, and then I would focus on that safe area in my body. And I would literally stay focused on that until I felt grounded and at peace. And then I just kept thinking. And then if I thought again of going and being around people and getting that anxiety, it would come up again. I would reground myself by bringing myself to focus on that safe area again. What I was doing was, it's a few things. First of all, it's a pattern interrupt. Social anxiety and the reasons that we have it are because of certain patterns, most likely in the past. At least I know it was in my case. So when you do a pattern interrupt, you start changing where your neural pathways go. Maybe they're going from anxiety and then certain thoughts and certain emotions, certain actions. But this time you're like, anxiety, safety in my body, anxiety, safety in my body. And you're literally carving a new neural pathway in your brain. It does take practice, but it's a really powerful way to start changing those neural pathways. Because, by the way, overcoming social anxiety isn't just something you start doing on the outside. You don't just start acting confident out of nowhere. It comes from changing the inside. And this is something that's really powerful to do. It's not a cure-all. It doesn't mean that you do this and your social anxiety is 100% gone. But this is one piece that is really, really helpful in starting to overcome it. And I'll be sharing more things that help with social anxiety, with self-abandonment, with changing your inner dialogue, with all of the side effects of complex PTSD. I'll continue to be putting up information. So if you're not subscribed yet, please make sure you do so and hit that bell icon so you're notified of all my latest tips and videos.